hurts. My face. It hurts.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Ren, 105-month resub. Thank you. Take more coffee, it helps. Hi. How you doing? How you doing? You okay? Yep. I thought getting some sleep before Vulcan last night was going to be enough. Nope. Wasn't enough. I woke up feeling awful. But Vulcan is amazing. Are you sick? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, dude. Pretty much. Give it a second, it'll go away. So, how about that Vulcan launch? That was fun. Good times. Did you see that there's an issue with the lander? Yep. Yep. And here's a statement from Astrobotic. After successfully separating from ULA's Vulcan rocket, Astrobotic's Peregrine lunar lander began receiving telemetry via the Deep Space Network. Astrobotic built avionics systems, including the primary command and data handling unit, as well as thermal propulsion and power controllers, all powered on and performed as expected. After successful propulsion systems activation, Peregrine entered a fully operational state. Unfortunately, an anomaly occurred which prevented Astrobotic from achieving a stable sun-pointing orientation. The team is responding in real time as the situation unfolds and will be providing updates as data is obtained and analyzed. And then, we continue to gather data and report our best assessment of what we see. The team believes that the likely cause of the unstable sun pointing is a propulsion anomaly that, if proven true, threatens the ability of the spacecraft to soft land on the moon. As the team fights to troubleshoot the issue, the spacecraft battery is reaching operationally low levels. Just before entering a known period of communication outage, the team developed and executed an improvised maneuver to reorient the solar panels towards the sun. Shortly after this maneuver, the spacecraft entered an expected period of communication loss. We will provide updates as Peregrine comes in view of the ground station again. Well, let's go over and look at the Deep Space Network. I'd say that they got another signal, so that's good. Uh-oh. Sounds like one of the thrusters isn't working, but there are other ways to solve that problem. So I wouldn't give up hope just yet. They have contact with it, so that's good. But yeah, that was an hour ago from Astrobotic, so we'll see what happens. But hey, this is new update. Literally just popped. All right, let's see. What do we got? We have successfully reestablished communications with Peregrine after the known communication blackout. The team's improvised maneuver was successful in reorienting the solar arrays towards the sun. Now charging the battery! Yeah! All right! Yes! The Mission Anomaly Board continues to evaluate data we're receiving and is assessing the status of what we believe to be the root of the anomaly, a failure within the propulsion system. We are grateful for the outpouring of support we're receiving. From messages on social media to phone calls and helping hands, this is what makes the space industry so special, that we unite in the face of adversity. A heartfelt thank you from the entire Peregrine Mission 1 team. Yo! Let's go! Let's go! That's what I was just saying. Like, if it's one thruster, all you got to do is wait for the thing to go around. Find a different orientation, use a different thruster. As if that's some easy thing to do. But there's... Like I said right before that, that's not an unsolvable problem. Just something you should probably fix. But they did it, man. They did it. They freaking did it. That's amazing. Good for them. This whole mission is Kerbal-like, dude. I'm sorry. That game teaches you a lot. One of the thrusters apparently on Peregrine is not working correctly, Metroid, so they couldn't charge the battery. But they used another thruster and reoriented the vehicle, and the battery's charging, which is amazing. We saw it basically unfold right there. They got a downlink to APM-1. Excellent. Landing on the moon seems out of reach? Depends. Is it a hardware problem or a software problem? If it's software, no, it's not. You're not out of the woods, but charging the battery does buy you some time. You can figure out what's going on so your spacecraft doesn't, die. Once you lose power, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. You're screwed. That's amazing, though. I'm really happy for them. That's awesome. That's awesome. Their first spacecraft is something that's shooting out to the moon. That's real good. Real good. I'm going to repost that. There we go. I mean, guys, the other thing is, like, if it depends on which thruster it is. It depends on which thruster block. Is it a thruster block? Is it a specific thruster? Is it one of the orbital maneuvering thrusters? Like, it depends. It depends on what thruster it is. Yeah. So, I mean, it really depends, but also pretty good. Hey, Gil, how about that launch, huh? That was pretty good. Dude, I can't believe we're here. I can't believe Vulcan launched. Like, and I'm not saying that out of some kind of doubt or whatever. It's just amazing. It's like you dream about these things, right? Like, SLS's first launch, Vulcan's first launch, Starship's first launch. And then they actually happen. You're like, wait, what? Wait, what? It actually happened? That's amazing. Here, check this out. Here, let's look at a replay from last night. Dude, this launch, I don't know about you guys, this launch scared me a little bit. It kind of slewed off the pad, and I don't think it was supposed to slew off the pad, but who knows? Like, what do I know? I don't know nothing. I don't know. Nobody tells me nothing. Here, this is a replay from last night.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We have ignition.
Oh, that's good. Click. Oh!
Of the first United Launch Alliance rocket.
That scared the piss out of me, dude.
Spaceflight to the moon and beyond.
I did Helsinki, yeah.
Engines operating. 2 good SRBs, hitting peak pressure on the SRBs. Everything.
Yeah, probably, Raja. I mean, but dude, I'll tell you that. My heart skipped a beat for a second.
3. We have ignition.
Like,
and
look at that. That doesn't look right. But yeah, oftentimes what they'll do is you'll slew the vehicle slightly off the pad like that to clear the umbilical so you don't fry the launch pad. That's a thing. Like in lieu of something like a transporter erector that shoots back, you slide the vehicle off the pad. Antares did that. Antares was notorious for that. At least the 230 Plus configuration was notorious for doing that exact thing. But still, like, Atlas launches off this pad, but then again, I understand this isn't an Atlas rocket, right? But I'm so used to seeing a rocket go straight up off this pad, it scared the balls out of me. I'm like, oh no, please no. Good morning. Do you want some spicy footage? Pfft, does the Pope poop in the woods? Does the Pope poop in the woods? Vulcan? Does the Pope poop in the woods? I don't care. I want the footage. Let me see. So this is coming from Vulcan in the chat. In the chat. All right. We were in the chat. Ready? Oh, I'm going to get toasted sitting right here. Nice! Also, ow. Dude. Dude, this is excellent. What's with the wire cable cube they have there? Lightning. That's the lightning rods. It's designed to disperse. If a tower gets struck by lightning, you're talking about over here, right? Those things, the lightning cube up there. If one of these things get hit, it's designed to disperse the electrical down these wires. Basically everywhere but the rocket. That's what those are there for. Yeah, see this? See the? I mean, Rojo, I'm pretty sure you know this, just in case anybody else doesn't know this. These 4 posts that are sitting around the pad, those are for lightning. You don't want lightning hitting that thing. See this thing with all the explosion coming out? If lightning hits that, explosion could come out the side. You don't want that. You want explosion coming out the bottom. The more you know. Bum, bum, bum. Vulcan, this is fantastic. That camera was the only camera in that row that wasn't thrown 40 to 50 feet back. Dude, I saw the carnage, man. I saw the carnage. Other Derek's cameras got thrashed. Derek Wise's cameras got destroyed. Like, a lot of... That thing packed a punch. Dude, what a beast. Side explosion equals bad. Yes, the more you know. Dude, that thing is... I'm telling you, man. Those GM63XLs, those are no joke. And, dude, this thing with six of those. 6 GM63XLs. That's insane. How many... Let's think about this for a second. You got 2 BE4s in the first stage there, right? 2 BE4s, they produce 2,400 kilonewtons of thrust. So you're already starting base, like with Vulcan just straight up. Single stick Vulcan has almost 5 meganewtons of thrust. Right? Right? And then if you add 6, if you had... Wow, that's a monster. If you add 6 GM63XLs, that's, let's see, 2 kilonewtons a pop. So that's 2 meganewtons a pop times 6. So that's an extra... Wow. Okay. Whoa. We're pushing like 17, 18 meganewtons off the pad, which is... That's a lot. That's a lot for a rocket this size. This thing really packs a punch, man. Wow. Whoa. I like it, man. That's cool. It will now be interesting to see how Vulcan fits into the overall launch market. Project Kuiper. If I had to guess, Rocket Guy, their price point should be comparable to Falcon 9. Should be comparable. Maybe a little bit more on the expensive side. He said moron. Kuiper, yes, but that is already a finite single source customer. You mean beyond that? Well, let me put it to you like this. I don't think Tory Bruno would have allowed this to happen if he didn't think there was a market post-Project Kuiper. Just saying. What that market is, I have no idea. Can Falcon Heavy or even 9 launch Dream Chaser? I don't see why it couldn't, but that actually reminds me, Ren. That's what Vulcan's next mission is. Vulcan's next mission is Dream Chaser. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Starliner, Dream Chaser. Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, I'm pretty sure NSSL is enough to justify the cost of this thing, but I could be wrong. Can I watch this one more time? Vulcan, thank you for this footage. It's amazing. You're amazing, buddy. Mother of God. Can I try something? Just give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Oh! No? Alright. I thought it was cool. Fuel I burn. Fuel is copy strikes. No? Alright. Man. I like this footage. This footage is great. Very good, man. Very good. That, though, that's a little scary. But I'm guessing it's a pad avoidance. Dude. That, and also, that Centaur, the Centaur 5, that's probably my favorite part about this whole thing. That upper stage is ace. Yeah, I don't know, Erudite, maybe. Blue Origin's methane engines got something to orbit before SpaceX. Whoops. Centaur 5 is just cheating. Yep. We hope that was pad avoidance. It was something. It scared the hell out of me, dude. That... I'm telling you, go watch the VOD from last night. My heart skipped a beat when I saw it do that. I went, no! No! I've seen this before. I've been traumatized. You know? It scared the crap out of me. As easy as he is to talk to, why not ping Tori Bruno on Twitter? I pinged him last night, man, and not about this. I just said congratulations. He missed it, though. He's probably a little busy. Either that or he hates me. I don't know. It's either one. You know, that's how social media works, right? You didn't see it, so you must hate me. Yeah, I ended up on live stream fails. Dude, yeah, and yeah, I remember that. That was awesome. It's my honor to make live stream fails. That's my goal in life. I'm sorry, this firing igniters. That just makes me happy. Yeah, ZK2 is a Chinese Methalox rocket. That already made it. But ZK2, like, okay, it did make it first. That rocket is tiny. It's a small boy. Vulcan is bigger than that thing. And factor of difficulty is taken into account when you're talking about the size of the damn thing. Oh, there's the turbines. Yeah. Oh. Look at that. Slight ignition staging. See it right there? Look at this one flashed and that one's empty. See what I'm talking about? Ignition staging. You never want to start two rocket engines at the exact same time. You stagger them. You stagger them because that makes it divide by 0. You get a Kraken strike that way. Oh, that's legit, man. Yeah, see? They're slightly staggered. Oh, that's cool. You can see it. How do they produce sparks reliably? Mycon, those are Roman candles. They're called radial outward firing igniters. It's just a firework, dude. Yeah, it's just a firework. It's a very, very space version of a firework. Like, it's an aerospace grade firework, but that's what it is. What these sparklers are here for is to purge off methane gas. So you don't get a detonation underneath the rocket. Because, see, look, in that split second that the engines are turned on, see, you're getting an outgas right here. And I forget the plumbing of the BE4 off the top of my head, but okay, if I had to guess, the sparklers are pointed right at those exhaust ports. So those exhaust ports for the rocket motor are most likely methane. You got to vent some methane for a second. And it's very clear that the sparklers are purging off the methane. Dude. Whoa. Hey, Rocket Guy, are you here? Oh, dude. That's so cool. Rocket, when the engines ignite, the thermal blankets, they contract. Look. See, they expand for a second, and then they contract. You see them billowing? That's cool. Because of the pressure. These things create a vacuum. It turns the entire flame trench into a gigantic venturi, and it sucks air down it. I mean, Rocket Guy, I know you know this, but that's why you're seeing these things billow in the wind. Oh, that's cool, man. And it looks like... Yep, TVC. Look, you see the thrust vector controller on the engine right there. See him move? See him wiggle? Oh, that's legit! That's awesome! Oh, I could watch this all day. That's fantastic. Oh, man. It's the future of fireworks. You only like sparklers and streamers? No, it's not what you want, chat. It's the consumer. It's not what you want, chat. It's the consumer. You're telling me you don't have any Hoosker do's, Hoosker don'ts. You don't tell me you don't have no whistling bung holes. It's not just streamers and sparkers. That's the kid stuff, man. It's not what you want. It's the consumer. All right. Tell me you don't have any Hoosker do's, Hoosker don'ts. With or without the scooter stick. I still can't believe it went up on the first attempt, the first start of the window. Testing, baby. Testing. Oh, that's fantastic. ULA gets it done, man. Dude, how about that? How about that? You know, ULA just showing up to the Methalox, market and be like, yo, this is ours. We're taking it. That's some that's some Chad tier stuff right there. For once, ULA didn't have any GSE problems. Yep. That's some big Tory energy. Dude, homeboy showed up in a pinstripe suit. God damn, that guy is cool. Wow, what a Chad. Showed up in a pinstripe suit. What a beast. Oh, that guy is my hero. I strive to be like that. And then he yeehawed into the camera. Look at the start of the power slide. Ooh. Here's some internal ULA photos. Tori's an absolute G. We are lucky to have a dude like him. He's always been the frickin' man. Oh, dude. So, guys, whenever I watch a rocket launch, I'll tell you the secret sauce here. I saw Astra's failure happening before the rocket slewed off the pad. What I'm looking for is rates. Okay? So, long story short, if the rocket, I always look at after engine ignition. I always look at the very top of the rocket. Why? Why do you look at the very top of the rocket? Because if the top of the rocket does anything but go straight up, you have some sideways translation rates, and generally you don't want that lifting off the pad unless you're doing a pad avoidance maneuver. So I saw Vulcan's nose cone go that way, and I went, oh, no. You know. Oh. Tori has the mustache. He brought the mustache back, dude. He brought the mustache back. Oh. It's so good, man. What an absolute legend. Oh. Also, the bag that was over your camera was melted? Melted. Wow. Dude. All around, just excellent job from ULA. I'm so freaking proud of those guys. For all the crap that they've taken over the years, this is pretty good vindication. Look at that thing. What a monster. What a monster. Okay, so hear me out. Recreate Vulcan in KSP-1. We could do that. Sure. Vulcan. Yeah, right. For those who don't understand, how does Centaur cheat? RL-10s, you have insane specific impulse. 465 seconds. It's just freaking cheating. It's just freaking cheating, man. Could even do it in KSP2? Yeah. I mean, in KSP1, it'd be easier to make a scale representation because of the editor. Hey, Laserman, thank you for the sub. Why isn't the alerter playing? Oh, it's shut off. Well, jeez, there you go. You joined just in time? Here, look at this footage from Vulcan. Look at this footage of Vulcan by Vulcan in chat. Oh, I love that noise. Too bad Peregrine did an oopsie. What are you talking about? They haven't fixed it, to be fair, guys. They're just charging the battery. They got to figure out what's going on with the thruster. This bought them some time. Vulcan liftoff noises give you Saturn 1B vibes. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's pretty good. Prop failure could be no-go for the whole mission. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what's wrong. If it's a software configuration, then that's not going to be a big deal. If the hardware is malfunctioning, you got a little bit of a problem. Dude. Brand new rocket. Look at that. Brand new rocket performed well beyond expectation. Well, actually, it performed exactly to expectation. If you really want to know, it performed exactly to expectation. And that's what you want. You don't want overperformance in rockets. You want exactly as expected. And this thing performed exactly as expected. And we got some dual engine Centaur shots, which just... that makes me a happy EJ. I don't know about you guys. Right here. What are those wires in the air? Lightning wires. You don't want lightning to arc off the lightning tower to the rocket. Holy balls! That's dual engine Centaur and pre-start right there, and hit it. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, Miles, I have to teach a lot of people about this because a lot of people actually haven't, seen me covered launches in a little while because believe it or not, I haven't done it. But this is my meal ticket. I did this for a decade and we're going to get back to doing it because rocket launches are dope, right? See the lightning rods up there? So this thing is carrying enough energy to push something up to the moon, right? If you let all that energy out, you let all the freedom out on the pad from a lightning strike, it's not going to end well. Also, lightning fries electronics. You don't want that either. They tried that once during the Apollo program. Lightning, not a lot of people know, lightning hit a Saturn V on the way up. Apollo 12, the mission right after Apollo 11, got hit by lightning, and the Saturn V almost exploded. Ecom, try SCE to auxiliary. SCE to aux, what the hell is that? Yeah, Apollo 12. Yeah, it almost blew up. It was close. It was so that's actually an awesome story, all right? So, here's the thing. Apollo 12 goes to launch. There's no lightning rods down there, right? They don't have lightning rods. They put lightning rods on every single pad in Florida nowadays because of this, right? So the thing goes to launch. Lightning hits Saturn V. It hits it. The lightning arcs down Saturn V, arcs down its exhaust, and grounds itself out on the service structure. So for a potential moment, you made a short down the entirety of Saturn V, and it almost fried the avionics on board. Now, I don't think I need to tell you how dangerous it would be to be on a moon rocket just after it lifted off and have no electronics. It's probably not a good idea. So basically, it started frying it started toasting out the computer. And if you really want to be technical, the signal condition electronics. So basically, it fried one of the batteries for the signal electronics, and they had to switch to the auxiliary power. So there's a backup battery, right? So think about it like, if you have a uninterrupted power supply, same idea, but they had to manually flip the switch. So an electrical controller at NASA by the name of John Aaron had seen this problem. Believe it or not, he saw it in testing where the computer just likes to go berserk. And he, on the flight loop, they're like, we don't know what to do. And the astronauts are like, we got a big problem. Like, the freaking, the guide, the dashboard on the Apollo module's going off like a freaking strobe light. Just, all the alarms are going off. And everyone's like, okay, all right, we got to fix this. We got to fix this. John Aaron comes on the comms and goes, guys, shut up for a second. Flip the auxiliary power switch. Just do it. And the pilots on board the Apollo went, what the hell does that mean? And he goes, flip the auxiliary power switch. Signal condition electronics. Flip it to auxiliary. And Al Bean was like, okay, yeah, I know where that is. And he flipped it, and then the thing fixed itself. On the way up. They troubleshooted a Saturn V on the way up while it was flying into space. And they made it to the moon and back. Yeah, John Aaron, man. Steely-eyed missile man. If you've seen The Martian, that's a reference to that. Rich Parnell is a steely-eyed missile man. It's a reference to Apollo 12. So, two things NASA learned from this. Don't have your rocket get struck by lightning. That's probably bad. Probably bad. Second of all, there's a weather condition that exists to this day since Apollo 12 called the surface electric field rule. Surface electric field rule is there because of Apollo 12. It basically states don't launch in a condition where the rocket can become a lightning rod. So if there's heat lightning, there's just any type of lightning in Florida. I mean, people in Florida, heat lightning. It jumps from cloud to cloud. Don't make the rocket a lightning rod. You make the rocket a lightning rod, you risk it blowing up. Or frying the electronics and it flying somewhere you don't want it to. Right? That's why the lightning towers are there. And the surface electric field rule, which is a launch condition. You can't violate that launch condition. You could. You don't want your rocket turned to paste on the way up. Rip to Peregrine? Oh, no. That's a shame. Update 4. Unfortunately, it appears the failure within the propulsion system is causing a critical loss of propellant. Team is working to try and stabilize the loss, but given the situation, we have prioritized maximizing the science and data we can capture. We are currently assessing what the alternative mission profiles may be feasible at this time. Oh well. Hey. Good first attempt, man. Good first attempt. Good first attempt. This stuff is difficult. It's very difficult. One stuck valve can screw you completely, can screw the entire mission. So that tells me that they've isolated the problem and it seems to be hardware. If they're losing propellant, that means a valve is stuck open somewhere. And you're leaking it out the rocket engine, which is very bad. Very bad. But, yeah, surface electric field rule. They troubleshooted. How's that for IT work? They troubleshooted a Saturn V. NASA troubleshooted a Saturn V on the way up. John Aaron. Read about it. Really, really cool. That's why I keep this switch on my desk. Ecom. Try SCE to auxiliary. Yep, up to Nova C now. Hey, it's okay. These are low-cost, low-risk missions. It's okay. You don't want to fail, but if it does, it happens. It happens. It's not a big deal. I mean, it is, but there'll be other attempts. Do you have canned air? Not on me right now, but yeah. Wait. So the guy who fixed the IT problem on the phone was a guy called John from Texas? Yeah. Well, the stream dies. Flip to auxiliary. First failure for Artemis? I don't think so. I mean, you don't want to. I mean, preferably you want to do like ULA and get it right the first time. But it is what it is. Oh. And in this shot, we can see Vulcan's camera getting completely roasted. Did he work for Microsoft? IBM, most likely, Jordis. Yeah, that's what those lightning rods are there for. You don't want lightning hitting that thing. And you don't want to launch when there's thunderstorms in the area. Bad idea. One of my cameras is likely flying in this photo. Vulcan, it still screws with me. Now, you've been there a lot more recently than me, but it still messes with me that, like, I've walked right here. Like, right where in the death zone. Like, right here. Like, you've walked right there. I've walked right up in here. Like, I've walked all over this grass, walked up there. Like, that's just wild to me. Like, dude, we walked all up in here. And that's happening right there. Like, that still is weird to me. You know? That's still very strange. Your finger even disappears when you touch the death zone. How roasted is the grass? There's really no... Hey, Stellar. Looks like I'm here at the right time. Dude, that launch was amazing. Dude, how about ULA just showing up like a freaking rock star and just getting it right first time? Yeah, no, we're going to get it right the first time. New propellant? No problem. It's some really, really, like, really Chad tier stuff, dude. So, Vulcan launched off this guy right here. And as you can see, there ain't no grass right there. Just sent you a photo on Discord. You can show it on stream if you like. I don't want to. Yeah. Yeah, here's the Vulcan selfie. Here we go. Here's the Vulcan selfie. Yeah, right there. That's the kill zone. Right? That picture is right there. I wouldn't want to be standing there when that thing goes off. That would be bad. Maybe over here with some hearing protection, you know? That's why I like the government was. I was in the danger areas for the launches at Canaveral for a bit. Dude, I would love to. I'd love to. Great picture, Vulcan. Great. Stellar, if they'd let me, I would park my truck right here. Take a picture of this right when it goes off. I'd need hearing protection and probably a blast shield, but I'd do it. Sure. It's a little scary, but I'd do it. You work the SLF air traffic control tower for some of these ops. That's cool, man. And possibly a new truck. Nah, it's all right. The trucks can take a beating. It's an old truck. It's made out of steel. There ain't no plastic on this thing. It'll take a beating. It's fine. Like, once again, if they'd let us, I'd do it. I'd be right there. Like Jim Cantori in the Hurricane. Like, yep, we're here right at the Vulcan. It's terrific. You know, hey, I'd do that. Sure. That'd be excellent, man. That grill is plastic? Oh. Yeah. Should we give it a metal one? Should make it metal. Kind of was there for the last 10 shuttle launches in the wide now, and then SpaceX started launching tons. Yeah. You might need to fix the truck, like swap out some glass components. Have the bed face the rocket, so the glass is facing away, obviously. It's a Ford, it'll break anyway. Yarg, shut up. Shut up. You don't have a car, all right? You can't talk. Go away. Yeah, Stellar, we were talking about it. Astrobotic, it seems that they have a sticky valve. Hydrazine, man. Hydrazine likes to do stuff like that. That sucks. We just had an update from them. Yeah, here, check it out. So, they had trouble with the propulsion system getting the solar panels on the lander to orient to charge facing towards the sun. They did eventually do a collision, not a collision avoidance. They did a maneuver change with the other thrusters to get the solar panels to align. And the vehicle is charging. But it seems like in that time they've isolated the issue to a hardware problem. This is most likely a sticky valve. I mean, we won't know until Astrobotic says, but from Astrobotic here, unfortunately it appears the failure within the propulsion system is causing a critical loss of prop. That's it. You only have a very thin margin for propellant here. That's what happens when you deal with low energy transfers like this. There's really not a lot of margin. Heck, there isn't margin with high energy transfers either, but yeah, team is working to try and stabilize this loss, but given the current situation, we have prioritized maximizing the science and data we can capture. We're currently assessing what the alternative mission profiles may be feasible at this time. Where is the rocket now? Well, Vulcan, the Centaur is in heliocentric orbit. Yeah, it did a disposal burn, and it's floating around the sun at this point. It's out of Earth's grav well. The first stage is at the bottom of the ocean, and the SRBs are also at the bottom of the ocean. We are currently assessing typical tech corpo stuff. Okay. You want me to say this in plain English? One of the thrusters is broken, and it's leaking propellant everywhere. You get sticky valves with hydrazine systems. Hydrazine and NTO. So, they didn't say they were using nitrogen tetroxide.
Discovery,
they were using hydrazine and something else. Hey, Jim, 103 months, thank you. So, you tend to get sticky valves with those things. NTO can actually...
Discovery, go at throttle up.
NTO can actually cause really bad problems if it flows the wrong way. We learned that from Dragon. It causes really bad problems. Turns out, nitrogen tetroxide at high pressure going the wrong way is a really good oxidizer for titanium. Yeah. Titanium combined with NTO at high pressure makes a really nice solid rocket hybrid. Yeah. Not good. Not great, Bob. So, it seems like they have isolated the issue to hardware, and that's not good. Hardware is not good. Fortunately, snow. I'm like deathly afraid a tree is going to fall on this shop. My shop's out in the woods. But it is metal, so it's a metal frame, so should be okay, but whew. No, the snow is all melting. That was snow sliding off the roof and out the back.
Discovery,
But
go at throttle up.
anyway, back to business. That's right. Yep. Please don't fall on me. What were we talking about? Astrobotic? Yeah, the thrusters. If it's hardware, that's not going to be that hard to fix. But yeah, nitrogen tetroxide and titanium make a really good hybrid solid rocket at high pressure. Not probably good to make it do an actual rocket engine, but the stuff does. It's corrosive. It wrecks stuff if you're not careful. Speaking of, did you and Brimo acquire my pecans? Yes, I did. Thank you very much. Yeah, they're delicious, dude. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Usually the lumberjack when spring gets there, something like that. Also, apparently Dream Chaser is flying on VC4. I don't know why. I thought it was VC6. Is getting crushed by snow on stream even allowed? Yeah, sure. No, probably not, but hey, look at this. Sorry to hear. Our team is at your disposal if we can help in any way. See this? This man is quite possibly the classiest melon farmer ever. Look at this. Very cool. That sucks. But hey, what are you going to do? Tori Bruno is basically Woody and Buzz Lightyear combined into one person. Yeah, basically, yeah. Matt, your disposal at $200 per hour, $200 an hour per engineer. Yikes. We wanted to make sure the snow didn't eat them. Yeah, no, sorry, we got him. Yeah, Tori Bruno's basically Woody and Buzz Lightyear combined. Just, yeah, no, that's basic. That's a right way to say that. He's Buzzy. He's Woody and Buzz Lightyear in one person. Yep, pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. All right. Anyway. Okay, let's see. So, actually, I wanted to see the outgoing. What's next? The Vulcan launch was amazing. What launch do we have next? Let's see. Starlink 710. Long March 2C. Connect 1 third flight. Yeah, okay, that's another Chinese launch. They don't stream them, even if I wanted to cover them. And then, IGS Optical 8. Ooh, an H2. Very nice. Mitsubishi. It was Lightwood. Buzz Woodyear. Cool. Cool. Excellent. And then AX3, baby. That's going to be a good mission. H2 is not the new one. H2A202 is the current rocket. It's not H3. They don't stream those. IGS is a spy satellite. Yeah, well, what are you going to do? You should set some updated Vulcan and SpaceX gifts to replace the broken screens there in Mission Control. They're not broken. They're just not being used. See? See? I gotta admit, man, Aeronaut, I love the way this guy operates. Tori Bruno makes me happy. Breath of fresh air, for real. Always classy. Never, never, ever, ever takes the low road. Guy has some decorum, man. It's really nice. It's really nice seeing that in this world of everybody who's basically shameless and wants to do stuff for clout, right? Yeah, the meme lord himself. See, this shows you can always take the high road and still win. That's cool, man. Never ever starts anything. Never starts crap. That's cool. It's cool. We should strive to be like that, myself included. I wonder what Tori would do if ULA gets acquired. If ULA gets acquired and whoever buys it doesn't want him there, he'll probably ride off into the sunset. And when I say he'll ride off into the sunset, I actually mean that. He'll probably get on his horse and be like, ma'am, and be out, you know what I'm saying? On his horse. Yeah, he'll probably do that. Team Space, that's right. Who would remove him, though? If I acquired ULA, I wouldn't want him to go anywhere. I'd be like, dude, I will pay you whatever the hell you want. You just stay there and keep doing your thing. Like, just keep doing whatever this is. Just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. Just keep doing this. I wonder if he'll retire in a couple of years or if he'll keep going. Rocket Guy, maybe I'm presuming a little too much. Tori Bruno doesn't seem like the kind of guy that's going to overstay his welcome. He's going to do what he needs to do, and then he's going to be out. He will ride off into the sunset, and that's going to be a sad day when he does. But, I mean, considering, guys, ULA was in the toilet. Was in the toilet 10 years ago. And to bring him back to this... Like, oh gosh, he's done such a good job. Like, it's not even a judgment call. Maybe he can coach the Patriots. Ooh. That's fair. I think he has done it well enough and long enough to take retirement and enjoy his ranch and his family. Agreed. ULA keep making these perfect launch vehicles and customers keep screwing the payloads up. Hey. Tori Bruno ain't in the payload department. He's in the rocket department, and he does it very well. Yeah, Rocket Guy, he doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who's gonna, like, you know, I keep using horse analogies, but you won't beat a dead horse. When he's done, he's gonna be like, yeah, I'm done, and then he's just, bye-bye. And that's cool. That's fine, you know? None of that is his doing. Laugh my ass off. It's up to the people at ULA, not the CEO. Oh, okay. You sure about that, Sparks? Competency or incompetency comes from the top, dude. You lead by example. That's how you run a company. No. Well, you seem pretty sure about it, so... I'm not going to say anything else. Did you hear that Elon's giving a Starship update on Thursday? Cool. Excellent. Yikes. Do we know what game EJ is going to play today? I think it goes without saying that we're going to play Kerbal. Now the question is, do we want to play Kerbal 1 or Kerbal 2? Probably the last elephant walk of the U2. Oof. Ready for the Artemis update tomorrow. What time's that going off? Guys, I've had a really, really bad want to play Kerbal 1 and get in and engineer something crazy in there. Do you have a favorite private space company? Oh, Starkiller, it's hard to say. Obviously make Vulcan. I could do that. We can make Vulcan, sure. ULA's commitment to young engineers in STEM shows a lot of class. Jim, I don't know about you, dude. In this hyper-social, world that we kind of exist in, it's really, really nice to see someone with some decorum, right? With some class, It seems like every day people are going for the throat just to get views, blah, 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 blah. Everybody's kind of shameless. Everybody does whatever they need to do to, to make money or do whatever. And like, I try not to do that, right? Like, it seems like everybody's willing to, throw somebody under the bus to get a little bit further. It's really, really refreshing to see somebody that doesn't do that. It doesn't need to be that way, man. It doesn't need to be that way. You can be classy and still get what you want. It requires more effort, right? Current Vulcan or smart reuse heat shield? I'll design the smart reuse into it, Ren, if we really need to. It's just a breath of fresh air. That's how it used to be, Jim. You know that. I have a vague recollection of that. That's how it used to be. That's how everyone used to be like this. You don't start stuff, you let your work speak for itself. The SERV build, we could do that. Do you see the sports news this morning? No. I didn't. I've been kind of preoccupied with this. That's cool, man. Thanks to Vulcan for this footage of Vulcan. Cool. That's amazing. What a beast. It's great footage. Do you think you will be in the streaming game still when we have multiple rocket launches a day? Yeah, sure, Erudite. I've said many times, I'm here for the duration. There is not much that is going to pull me away from this job. You know why? It's too good. This job's amazing. I love this job. Do I make the most amount of money? No, but I love what I do every freaking day. Missed an ad time redeem. Oh, I saw it. Yeah, no, I saw it. I'm just talking about space. Yeah, I saw that, and I saw the one before it, too. I just didn't do it. Yep, I like this job. I like being independent. I like doing what I like, not having a boss, right? When you do a job like this, you're your boss. There is no one to hold you accountable for being here every day. Nobody's going to write you up. No one's going to give you crap. But if you're not here, you don't make money. You don't bring home the bread that you need, right? I like it. I like being independent. It's really, really nice. You have to make your own schedule. It forces you to be disciplined. I like it. I like it a lot. You know? Isn't Primo your boss? No. Chad is the one that gives you crap. Yeah. You're gonna get crap from somewhere in any job, dude. That's the dirty secret of working. It doesn't matter. Every job has bull crap. Every job has baggage. Adapt and overcome. Performance bonus. All right. I'm nursing a pretty bad headache from staying up too late. I tried to get some sleep before the Vulcan launch last night, but dude, I stopped the stream and I was too hyped. That launch really, really made me happy. I don't know why. I didn't think it would make me as happy as it did, but man, oh. Man, that space flight, dude, it always pulls you back in. Oh, nice, Jim. That's cool. It was like an SLS moment staying up late and watching. It was fantastic. In other NASA news, Artemis 1 is moving back to Ohio to be a test article. Yes. Yep, the A1 capsule. Yep, I saw this. Yep. They're taking it back for testing. That thing's been out by the moon. Can you believe that? Yeah, it's just sitting there. Whatever. It's been out to the moon. Whatever. Oh, this is a 1 minute read. You know, I have to take time in my busy schedule to see how long the article is. Because I may not have time. From Florida to the moon and back, NASA's Orion spacecraft is still making moves. The crew module that flew more than 1.4 million miles during the agency's Artemis 1 mission is getting ready for its next destination. Neil Armstrong Test Facility in Sandusky, Ohio, right next to Callahan Auto Parts. Technicians inside NASA's multi-payload processing facility at the agency's Kennedy Space Center in Florida use a crane to lift the Artemis 1 spacecraft, now called an environmental test article, into the crew module transportation fixture in preparation for its departure. Engineers will use it in qualification tests to better understand how Orion would perform in the event of a launch or an in-flight abort. Cool. All right. I saw update 4, drummer. Ah. Yeah, that's a shame. What's that, Core? These are NIAC selections? Okay. They're long base optical imaging interferometer. Hey. Magnetohydrodynamic drive for hydrogen and oxygen production in Mars. What? Wait. Whoa. Whoa. A caterpillar drive for propellant transfer. Engage the silent propellant transfer. Seriously, magnetohydrodynamic. That's That's the drive from Hunt for Red October. For propellant transfer. Bro! Alright, let's go! One ping only, Vasily. Marco Ramius intensifies. That's cool. Magnetohydrodynamic drive. How are you going to... For production, how are you going to do that? Can just... Excuse me. Okay. However, existing technical solutions have failed to meet the reliability and efficiency levels required for such scenarios. As an alternative, we propose an efficient water-splitting architecture that combines multiple functionalities into a minimum number of subsystems, hence enhancing the overall reliability of the mission. This new approach employs a magnetohydrodynamic electrolytic cell that extracts and separates oxygen and hydrogen gas without moving parts in microgravity. Oh, that's cool, man. That's really cool. Dude. The caterpillar drive to make fuel. I love it. Hence, removing the need for a forced water recirculation loop and associated ancillary equipment such as pumps or centrifuges. Preliminary estimations indicate that the integration of functionalities leads up to 50% mass budget reductions with respect to oxygen generator assembly architecture for a 99% reliability level. These values apply to a standard 4-crew Mars transfer with 3.36 kilograms of oxygen consumption per day. Bro. Can you believe that? A caterpillar drive from Red October to make fuel. Damn. Core, that's my favorite one that I've seen. What else is in the NIAC presentation? Or the NIAC proposals. Nuclear rocket was the next line. Thin film isotope nuclear rocket engine. Oh boy. What the hell is going on here? ELI 5. Magnetohydrodynamic. Essentially, they're using magnets. How do they work? To separate to separate hydrogen and oxygen from water. Yeah, essentially. They're using magnetohydrodynamic stuff to separate water. The magnetohydrodynamic drives are something that was proposed for submarines in the 80s. It's famous because of Hunt for Red October, the Typhoon class with the Caterpillar drives. The magnetohydrodynamic drive in submarine propulsion uses splitting like compounds like that to make propulsion, to make thrust in the water. They do work. They don't work as well as they work in the movie, though. Some creative liberties were taken there by Tom Clancy to make a good story, right? But yeah, magnetohydrodynamic cycles can be used to separate hydrogen and oxygen. So basically, you launch a spacecraft, right? You launch a spacecraft up, spacecraft has a water tank. You obviously use the water tank for some drinking, right? But you can also use it to make rocket fuel for your nuclear-powered engine. If you have nuclear thermal propulsion, you only need hydrogen. You need liquid hydrogen, okay? So you have water, take the H2 out, right? And what do you have left? O2. You have oxygen for the crew. The reason why hydrodynamic drives, or a hydrodynamic system, or magnetohydrodynamic system would be good for that is because it has no moving parts. It's just using magnets. How do they work? They can use magnets to draw hydrogen out of water. It's a little more complicated than that full tank, but yes. Yes, magnetohydrodynamics. Yeah. Hunt for Red October. Quite literally Hunt for Red October. That's really cool. And it's easier to store water. Exactly. So you could just bring up water, because water, easy to move around. It's kind of heavy, well, higher mass, but you basically launch a big water tank up there with a nuclear engine attached to it, and this thing could be an intermediary between the water tank and the nuclear engine, right? And you could use it to make hydrogen for your nuclear propulsion, and you could use it to make oxygen for the crew, and also the crew could drink the water, which is really cool. And then, if you get to the moon, or you get to Mars, right? and you have some type of in situ resource utilization down there, right? You just make more rocket fuel for your trip home. Really, really cool. Yeah, Nyack is very, very competitive, though. I like that one. That one's really cool. Basically, yeah. Mars transfer. You make the fuel on the way there, which is actually super cool. Thin film isotope nuclear reactor is what I just clicked on. What else is here? The basic concept is to manufacture thin sheets of a radioactive isotope and directly use the momentum of its decay products to generate thrust. The baseline design is a 10-micron thick thorium-228 radioisotope film, which undergoes alpha decay with a half-life of 1.9 years. The subsequent decay chain cascade produces daughter products with 4 additional alpha emissions that have half-lives between 30 nanoseconds and 3 days. A thrust is produced when one side of the thin film is coated with a 50-micron thick absorber that captures forward emissions. Multiple stages consisting of longer half-life isotopes, e.g. AC-227, can be combined to maximize the velocity over extended mission timelines. Interesting. The thing will look like a solar panel. It'll fold out like a solar panel, and it'll give you propulsion, which is cool. That's pretty cool. Bring your own sun, yeah, right? Send this to the KSP2 devs. This is fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Great. Man, just all good news today, dude. Any games today? Yeah. Guys, I'm jonesing for Kerbal 1, dude. I'm jonesing for Kerbal 1. All good news except for Peregrine, yeah. Yeah, that kind of sucks. But hey, I don't consider that a complete failure, man. Anything you can learn from, right? It's just kind of a $80 million mistake, but hey, you looking at it like that never got us anywhere, you know? John Krause put up another picture. Let me see. Bro. Dude. Oh. Mother of God. Guys, if you're not following John Krause, please go follow that man. Snap is insane. Dude, what a freaking picture. You've got to be kidding me. Look at the methane shock. Oh. Dude, this footage, this picture is not doctored. That's what it looks like. Methane. Oxygen-rich methane, dude. Oxygen-rich stage combustion cycle methane. That's... Dude. Bro. You know it's good when EJ has no other words besides dude, bro, awesome. Yeah, when I go full meathead on this, like that's how you know it's good. Bruh. That, guys, once again, I'm just go follow John Krause and buy some of his pictures, please. All system posted the links, thank you. Just go do it. I'm probably gonna buy a print here. That is just unbelievable. Oh. Yeah, Apollo.
Discovery.
Oh, the Buffalo. Thanks for the 5, man. Appreciated. Go buy some prints from John. Trust me on this one. Like, this is, see, here's the thing. Some people in their man caves, right? Some guys in their man caves have pictures of sports players, right? Autograph stuff. Like autograph pictures of stuff. My man cave is just pictures of rockets. It's just pictures of, like in my office here, it's just rocket models and pictures of rockets. That's my man cave. You know? That's it. Yeah. I mean, there's some sports ball paraphernalia in here, but it's mostly rockets and car stuff. Just. So right here, what's going on here is a shock. That's called a shock cone. If you don't know, what I could get into the nitty gritty about what all this means. I could say a lot of big words, right? You know, exit velocity, mass flow rate, right? Under expansion. Long story short, the plain English way of saying why this phenomenon happens is because of the outside pressure. When rocket engines are down here, you have the entire atmosphere pushing those gases back in on themselves. The outside ambient pressure. So the gases do come out of the rocket engine, and you could see the shock line right there. It kind of goes out a little ways. That's called under expansion, right? And then the atmosphere pushes the gases back in on themselves. They collapse in on themselves, and when it collapses in on itself, it kind of bounces off like a rock skipping on water. They bounce in on themselves, and it creates this really cool hourglass-looking thing. And the kind of throat of that hourglass is right where you get this shock here, which is really cool. This doesn't happen. This stuff doesn't happen when you're up in the higher parts of the atmosphere, because as your ambient pressure goes down, the gases are allowed to expand more and more, which is part of the reason why you need a bigger nozzle on upper stage engines. Hey, Lizco. What field do I work? I'm a 3D artist by trade, but when it comes to rocket science, I'm self-taught. I've been doing STEM work here and playing STEM video games and teaching people about rockets for about a decade here. But yeah, 3D artist by trade. I can make this engine in 3D if you want. But see, yeah, you get some shocks right here. Cool. Yeah, right on. If you need a diagram. Oh, thank you. Yep. That's actually a good one. We'll show that one. Yeah, see, there's... If you're looking at this and went, yeah.
Discovery,
Hey, yuck, 106 months. Thanks, buddy. Long story short, they collapse in on themselves. So you get they're called oblique shock waves, and that ends up getting you a Mach disk. And well, the Mach disk would be on the second one here. You can't really see the Mach disk on the first one, but you get the shock. Yep. Pretty cool. Yep, see, the plumes collapse in on themselves, and they keep doing it. Jet engines do that to an extent, too. And it's very easy to see that phenomenon going on when a jet engine is on, like, full reheat. So, like, the afterburner, you could see the plume kind of bouncing off of each other. I'm sorry, I just can't stop looking at this picture. Man. Yeah, once again, this is a picture from John Krause. Amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Yeah, guys, order a print. I'm probably going to do that a little bit later. I'm going to take this link and put it on my other monitor so I remember to do that. Nah, not really, Jim. No. Anyway. All right. Once again, dudes, I'm kind of jonesing for KSP 1. Interestingly enough. KSP 2 is kind of hit it right now, especially with some quality of life mods. Yep. That was a special day. That's a special day, man. Today's a pretty special day. Really, really cool. All right. I mean, I could make Vulcan in KSP 2, but I don't, in our science mode save, I don't think I have the right parts unlocked. So I think it might be, we could probably go into 1 and go and make that. Could probably do it. Just saying. Probably do it. I do have a Vulcan launcher around somewhere, but Astrobotic, yeah, it sounds like they had some hardware problems with the thrusters mess you, which kind of sucks. Again, do it, you won't. All right, fine. Let's do it. Let's build out some Vulcan here. What about adding KSP 1 and 2 together and making KSP 3? What? Why? That, yes? Peer pressure works again. I was gonna do it anyway, you dope. Alright, you gotta clean off the joystick pad so it stays in place. Yeah, messed you. Hey, it was their first payload into space, man. First lander, first Peregrine lander. Like, it's unfortunate. You don't want it, but hey, the only failure is something you don't, the only true failure is something you don't learn from. So, trust me, they'll be back. And in greater numbers. Man, my feed on X is just completely filled with Vulcan pictures. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. This is great. This is a Ken Kremer picture. Oh. Oh man, I missed it all. What happened or didn't? Dude, oh, you gotta see this. Last night, Vulcan launched, Bob. This was the first launch for Vulcan. This is ULA. ULA is a joint venture between Boeing and Lockheed. They rolled out their new rocket at about 2 a.m. Eastern last night. It launched for the first time, and it executed flawlessly. No problems. Not one. It's a monster, dude. Any word on the launch tilt? Smarks, the more I look at it, the more it looks like a pad avoidance maneuver, not to fry the umbilicals. But, yeah. Vulcan, that is its namesake, Bob. Its namesake is Spock, believe it or not. In fact, one of the processing buildings, where they actually built the Vulcan mobile launcher down the street from this pad is called the Spock. Yep. I call it Atlas 6, but that's just me. All right, here. Watch this. Headphone users. about that, huh? So this comes from a buddy of mine that watches the stream. This is Derek Newsom, or Vulcan streaming in chat. He let us use this footage here, which is just. I mean, she's a freaking monster, dude. I love how you can see the ignitions glowing down the flame trench right there. And then you can see the flash when the SRBs go off right there. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I can watch this footage all day. It's 7 p.m. Too early for feelings like this. Man, I stopped the stream at like 4 in the morning last night. We watched the entire mission, and I could not sleep. I couldn't go to sleep. I was too hyped up. I ended up not getting to sleep until like maybe 5 or 6 o'clock, somewhere in there. Imagine tomorrow someone approaches you and asks if you want to go to the moon for a day. Not a totally safe trip, 100%, but the catch is you have to use your KSP skills to land the lander. Can you do it? Well, that's not a 100% safe trip, is it? That's not 100% safe if I'm flying it, or I'm really. If you're gonna have a flight profile where you have human controls in the loop for a lunar landing, like Apollo, the only thing that's going to safeguard that you don't screw up is training. So how long do I have to train for this mission? Give me 5 years of training, I'll land it. Absolutely. 5 years of training on the vehicle, 5 years of understanding what the vehicle does, how it works. We're good to go. Like, I'll give you an example. NASA astronauts right now are training to land on the moon every day with Starship. And I'll bet you they've started out the training for the national team lander as well, the SLD lander. You can use WASD. I am not trying to land something on the moon with a keyboard. No, that works in Kerbal. It does not work very well with... No, I would not do that. Have you seen all of John's pictures? Yep. I've seen a good deal of them, man. I just kind of... I have that thing... I have that thing up on... up there. I'm looking at it right now. Sorry to repost. In KSP2, I'm on a rescue mission to the moon to save a Kerbal stuck without fuel in lunar orbit, but I'm in an opposite direction orbit on the moon with a rescue attempt. Should I just attempt to relaunch, or is there a way to save the Kerbal as is? Alright, Wicked. What do you mean? But you're going in an orbit in the opposite direction. So, if we're looking at the moon top down, right? Your stranded Kerbal is going this way, and your orbit is going that way. This is a top-down view, so the north pole of the moon would be like right here. Okay, how much delta V do you have left? Seven. If you have 7 meters a second delta V, you're not going to get very far. You have 1,600. Yeah, you could do it. Here's how you do it. So, if you started a burn right here, burning retrograde, right? You'll eventually, your orbit will get smaller and smaller eventually till you're at a suborbital trajectory and it'll change direction, right? That'll work. That's brute forcing it, though. That's probably going to cost you about 600-700 delta V, if I'm understanding this right, depending on what altitude you're at. Here's what you do. Okay? Plot a maneuver, right, here, and boost your orbit till it's just on the edge of escape velocity, right? Not at escape velocity, but just about as close as you can get before you get out of the moon's grav well. Okay? So that'll probably cost you 300 delta V and change. Right? Something like that. When you get, once again, make this as high as you possibly can. Make your Apacinthian or Apaloon, or Apamun, I guess would be in Kerbal. Make that as high as it can go without changing, without leaving the moon's SOI, right? So you're going all the way out here, and when you get to the AP, flip your rocket around, change your orbit up there. It'll cost less delta V to do it. And then come back down, recircularize, and rendezvous. Does that make sense? Do it that way. You'll save delta V. A lot of delta V. Because it's easier to change your orbital direction when your velocity, when your total kinetic energy is lower. Higher potential energy makes it easier to change orbital characteristics. Yeah. Make your orbit extremely eccentric. Get the AP as high as you can without leaving the moon's gravity. Time warp out to that AP. Turn the rocket around in retrograde. And change the direction of your orbit there. And then go back down and recircularize. Rendezvous with the thing. And that should leave you enough delta V to get home. You should have about, I don't know, 800 delta V left over to get back. Awesome. Didn't think about that. Appreciate it. It makes total sense. So give it a shot. With 1600, you should be able to get that thing home. No problem. All right. Kerbal 1. Let's do it.